So, ladies and gentlemen, we are a little over 24 hours away from the Buffalo Bills playing football in the divisional round. I'm so pumped. And you know what? I have been previewing this game for the past couple of days. You've heard me yap for the past 72 plus hours about this matchup. So on every single Friday, I like to open up the hotline, okay? The garage beer hotline, by the way, where I ultimately end up welcoming in my fan base, my community, into telling me what's on their mind. I like to keep it to about 20 seconds as far as a question and or a statement. I'm pretty strict about that. But I want to hear what it is, and I want to give Bills Mafia a voice each and every single Friday. So welcome into the show, guys. You already know the drill. I ask each and every single one of you to hit that thumbs up sign. And more importantly, make sure you let me know where you are tuning in from. I already see Angela is way ahead of the curve here by letting us know Arkansas. Shout out Arkansas. Do not be shy. Let me know exactly where you are tuning in from. Everybody needs to be a part of this exercise. Thomas Robbins, man, my guy, is indeed a YouTube member. Thank you so much, Thomas, man. I appreciate that. I think you were talking about being an all-pro. If you're an all-pro, you let me damn know, because that's crazy. I forgot what the benefits of all-pro were. That's how long it's been since I've actually made these memberships, but I will deliver, my friend. Thomas, you are the absolute man, dude. Thank you so much. Wow, your support is just going nuts for me. Thank you so much. You are the man, dude. Anyway, guys, roll call in the chat. Let me know your thoughts here, and we need to give a couple of shout-outs to some proud partners right here. Number one, you already know the drill. Shout out to my boys over at William Mattar, the number one car accident attorney in the state of New York. I wouldn't wish a car accident on anybody, right? But say that it does happen, you need to have the right guy in your corner, and look no further than our good friend William Mattar, man. Memorize that phone number and get it done. Shout out to Deucey as well. He's a member of the channel now. Shout out to my guy right there. I'm going to have to check what membership that is specifically. But, dude, you are the man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Next up, who wants to win a Josh Allen signed jersey, all right? Who wants to be in the running for a Josh Allen signed jersey contest? I know a lot of you guys are. That's why you need to download Covered. It is the app that is the first thing in the description that you can see. It is a personal finance application. But I got to show you, I'm not lying. There is a signed Josh Allen jersey contest that each and every single one of you can join. It's very simple to enter. It's free to enter this contest. And what you need to do, okay, all the way up until February 13th, once a day, you need to go on ahead and you need to play a game like this. Let me go ahead and pull this up real fast. Bear with me. You need to enter the contest and you need to play any one of the games provided. You have 15 minutes each and every single day to rack up the highest possible score that you can on any of these games. The person on top of the leaderboard is going to end up getting the jersey. Where it stands, it's crazy. Where it stands, a kid named Camden has about 7,500 points. He is on the leaderboard by itself. So if you're interested and you think that you're pretty good at these little games or something along those lines, you could have a chance. And look at this. And they're also giving away Super Bowl tickets, but best of luck on that one because a guy named Paul has 21,500 points. So best of luck there. However, this Covered app is also a personal finance application. It tracks all of your budgeting, and you can also play those games to cover some of your expenses. So say, for example, you bought a flight. You could actually play a game to have that flight completely erased from your credit card bill. It's so fun. It's a really cool way of being able to track your finances, but you have to make sure you use code Ball Don't Lie, okay? Ball Don't Lie will allow you to enter these contests for free once a day and play 15 minutes, okay? So you must put Ball Don't Lie once you end up signing up for the promo code or whatever once you do. So shout out to Covered for being a proud partner of the show, man, and we love you. We definitely love you. Guys, let's go on ahead. Where's everyone tapping in from? Let's talk it into. We have Thomas. I'm all pro. You are the man, Thomas. I appreciate that. I'm going to have to double check and see what all pro entails, but I'm delivering, brother. I'm delivering because going all pro is just absolutely nuts. Thank you so much for your support. We got Chattanooga in the building. Jeff from Florida is in the building. Plant City, Florida. Good morning, Dan. Beverly Hills, Florida is in the building. Hi, Dan. Olean, New York. Go Bills. Tampa, Florida is in the building. Lewiston, New York. Jacksonville, Florida is in the building. Honesdale, Pennsylvania. Paris, France. What's good, Dan? I'm living the dream, man. I'm living the dream. I can't wait for this to finally come to fruition here in Buffalo by way of 757 Virginia. B. Smith, what's going on with you, man? I hope all is well from you. From Puerto Rico, go Bills. Ohio is in the building. Salem, Virginia. Orange County, California in the building. Venus, wow. Damn, dude, it's hot over there this time of the year, I hear. Go Bills from Beirut, Lebanon. What's up, man? How you doing? Santa Clara 408. We have Palm Coast, Florida is in the building. Go Buffalo. Bath, New York is in here. The 386. Deltona, Florida. Dan, what's going on, man? How you doing? Springfield, Missouri is in the building. Uptown, Philly. Chesapeake, Virginia. Hopewell, New York. Bronx, New York. Bronx once again. Twitter's not working. I saw that. And then Lackawanna, New York is in the building. Man, I love to see how far Bills Mafia truly ends up extending. Guys, you already know the drill. I'm going to go on ahead and I am going to open up the Garage Beer Hotline. It is Beer Tasting Beer, folks, the official beer partner of the Mafia Report. So make sure you go check them out and show them a little bit of love, because without them, we wouldn't have this hotline to discuss everything that is on our mind of this Buffalo Bills and Denver Broncos game. I'm going to go on ahead and put the call-in link right in the chat. Feel free to file in. Like I said, 20 seconds, guys. Let me know what's on your mind. And we'll talk a little ball, and then I'll answer all of your questions going into the game, man. Super exciting. Let's go on ahead and lock in. Buffalo Bills. Let me go on ahead and get a nice little visual for us. Bang, bang. Let's do that. Nice little visual situation. Let's lock in. The call line is open, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to tap in. Feel free to flood me with any questions you may have. If people are watching on Facebook and you want to know how to call in, come on over to the YouTube channel, Dan Mitchell. You will see the link. Salt Lake City, my heart got broken by a Broncos fan. Revenge game. Go Bills. Rosie Bain. Rosie Bain. I hope for your sake that the Buffalo Bills put BTA on this Denver Broncos team. Okay? Sorry about that. Rosie, we're playing for you. We're playing for you. How about the All-Pro member? Rolls in. Thomas, what's up, dude? What's on your mind?
How's it going, man?
Hey, man, living the dream. First off, I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support, sincerely.
Yeah, no problem. No, it's been cool. I just started watching you this year, but I've really enjoyed the knowledge you have for football.
Sick, man. Sick, dude. I appreciate that. What's on your mind about this game, man?
So this game, I've actually got a hot take real quick. We're going to beat the Broncos. I feel like we're either going to play, obviously, Texans or Patriots. I haven't decided who's going to win because that defense, I feel like, is going to maul Drake May.
For sure.
But I think we're going to go to Santa Clara, and I think we're going to beat either the Seahawks or the Rams 31-27.
31-27 in the Super Bowl is what you're saying.
In the Super Bowl, yes, all the way to Santa Clara.
Dude, holy hell, man. I would love nothing more than that. What about your final score prediction for the game tomorrow?
I'm going to say they're going to be closer than the last game we had last year during wild card weekend. But in my opinion, it's probably going to be mid-20s. I'm going to say 21-27 Bills.
21-27 the Buffalo Bills. Thomas, again, man, I cannot thank you enough for the support on the channel. Dude, and I promise I'll do my best to keep you entertained season long, by the way, and off season included. You're the man, brother. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, brother. Peace out.
Thank you, dude. Dude, Thomas Robbins, man. Thank you so much, dude. The man, Alex, is in the building. Alex, what is on your mind?
Bro, how are you doing, Mer?
Hey, man, living the dream, trying out. What's up?
Bro, this game tomorrow, this is a complicated matchup because, first of all, the Denver Broncos, they have the most sacks in the league. They beat the Bears record by, 10, 11 sacks.
Yeah.
And last week, Josh Allen got fucking beat up. He got beat up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. He's going to be escaping the pocket. I expect lots of rushing yards from him in this game, but hopefully we could get James Cook going. And if we make the Super Bowl and play the Seahawks, I'm confident in that because I trust Josh Allen more than Sam Darnold in the playoffs, bro. I'm just saying that right now.
Me too, dude. Me too. What's your final score prediction right before I get you out of here?
For Denver, it's gonna be low scoring. I'll tell you that. No one's gonna. Give me Bills 23, Denver 17.
23-17, the Buffalo Bills. You heard it here from Alex. Let me tell you what, man. I am loving hearing from so many new callers backstage, man. This is awesome. I feel like people are finally starting to tap in, man. It's playoff season, and vibes are high. And I am so glad to be hearing from a lot of new callers. He brings something up interesting and something I always like putting into perspective. Yes, the Denver Broncos ultimately ended up leading in sacks this year, but I do want to remind all of you that they did the exact same thing last year. They have a very talented defensive front. However, when you end up looking at the sheer size of our offensive line, we have the advantage based off of that. When you look at Josh Allen's sacks, surprisingly enough, according to most advanced analytics websites, and according to what I have seen on all 22, a lot of the sacks that Josh Allen has sustained this year have been on him, have been where he stayed in the pocket far too often, where there was somebody wide open underneath, but he was still big play hunting downfield. He was toward the bottom of the league for throwaways for a reason. He only threw the football away 13 times this year, which is absolutely insane. Luckily, we've heard from Josh going into the playoffs that he self-scouted and he realized a lot of these mistakes. And surprisingly enough, Josh Allen only ended up getting a couple of sacks last week. And he also only ended up getting sacked twice against the Broncos last year during the wild card round. So what I need Buffalo to do is something I think fans grew very tiresome of this year. They need to play the Joe Brady way of football. And I know that pisses people off because it's not sexy, right? It's not a lot of downfield passing. It's not, lighting up the highlight reels. It's never going to make the ESPN top 10 plays. I'm not even sure if they still do that. But what you need to do is make sure you dial up as many short, quick answers for Josh Allen in the pass game to the two types of wide receivers that the Broncos struggle with the most. That is slot receivers and tight ends. I need Josh Allen to be breaking records in average time to throw on Saturday. I need that to happen. And I also need him to throw the football away if there are no answers, right? Swallow your pride, make it happen. That's exactly what we need to go. Thomas is coming in real fast. He's saying, we are beat up bad, but I can see us taking it with it being playoffs and us having 17. Go Buffalo. That's always an advantage, man. Having the best player on the face of the planet on your team is always going to make it happen. Ramsey's in the building. Ramsey, what's on your mind?
What's going on? 20 seconds, right? 20 seconds?
Yes, sir. What up?
All right, so this is what I'm thinking. The Bills average, I'm thinking we're going to at least do 30 points, 31 points, and I'm predicting that the Bills defense will show up. James Cook will show up with friends. And I think we should just beat him down with the run game, man. Let Josh play decoy because Josh is, being hyped up so much. We got to, ignore the noise. Let them think about Josh Allen and let the team do their thing. Exactly. Let the defense surprise them. If you ever play fantasy football, it's very, very hard to predict who's going to get the rock.
Exactly.
You know Josh is going to go off, but you never know what receiver is going to get the ball. And the defense always surprise you. You never know, it's a pick six. Oh, it's a surprise sack. And then if you make a mistake with that team, we will make you pay. That's just what happens. So don't make mistakes on this team.
What's your final score prediction? Yeah, what's your final score prediction?
I'm going to say 31, and I'm giving them 14. Just, we might slip a little bit, but I'm thinking it's going to be some garbage time where we just give it up to them. We're going to give them some garbage time. We're going to give some garbage points on them. We're going to teach them a lesson and send them back.
And so I absolutely love to hear it. And last question right before I get you out of here. If the Buffalo Bills advance, who would you rather play in the championship round, the Pats or the Houston Texans?
I want to see the Texans next year, but I think we owe Stephon Diggs a butt kicking for just acting up. We need to show Diggs that you made a mistake, buddy.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we can do it without you. And that's the whole reason why he's the MVP. Because if you think about it, who do you really think started that? Oh, Josh is he's overrated. It started with him.
It did.
And then what happened? MVP. So we need to go ahead and slap Diggs in the face just one more time. And that weak schedule that the Patriots had, they need to realize that was a weak schedule. That's all I got.
That's what I'm talking about. Ramsey, I appreciate the call, man. Again, I'm so hyped, dude. So many new callers are in the building. I do want to remind everybody watching, I know that a lot of people started coming in of course, now that it's playoff time. This is a year-round show, ladies and gentlemen. Monday through Friday, your boy is live. And if you think that there's nothing to talk about during the offseason, oh, my friend, I promise you that is not the case. There is so much to talk about in the offseason. Free agency fits, drafting, the whole nine, baby. I promise I'm going to be keeping you entertained all offseason long. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up sign, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss a video, man. That's a big thing. So Ramsey brought up some pretty good points here. I'm curious to see what Buffalo's offensive attack plan is, because last year, again, this is deja vu. We've heard the same thing about this Denver Broncos run defense. What happens? The Buffalo Bills end up rushing for over 200 yards. Again, it has to do with how big our offensive line is. We are so much bigger than what the Denver Broncos have on their defensive front. Last year, our offensive line bullied them to all belief. Bullied them all over. So does Buffalo run the football. Also, Denver runs a lot of man coverage. Most man coverage in the NFL. Surprisingly enough, if Josh has been struggling anywhere this year, it's been against zone coverage. So what is Vance Joseph going to be dialing up? Is Vance Joseph going to be locked in for this game? Because keep in mind, he did have a head coaching interview earlier a couple of days ago. Is he really locked in? Did he end up putting in the same amount of effort that he should have if that interview didn't occur? Same thing could be said about Joe Brady. Obviously, I will acknowledge that, but a key perspective. We'll see. How about Reed Uptown? What up, Reed? How you doing?
What's up, bro? What's up, bro? You can hear me, right?
What's that now?
You can hear me, right?
And say that again?
You can hear me?
Oh, yeah, loud and clear.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think we gonna win this game, but our receiver just scare me, bro. Like that really scares me, bro. And that what also scares me with the Bills, bro, is a good defense. It's like it's like the pass rushes, and then Josh start playing superhero ball, and then start doing all this like the Eagles game, all this crazy shit. Like I just want a calm game, bro. That's it. That's it.
Oh,
bro.
yeah. Wouldn't that be nice, bro? And so us not having a heart attack each and every single game, I would love a good.
That's what I'm saying. Like those receivers, bro. Like that something got to give. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah.
Like it really do, bro.
Yeah.
Because we can't keep wasting Josh, bro. Like he get older and older, bro. Like we gotta do something, bro. We have to.
Oh, yeah. For sure, man. Like honestly, how I look at this offense, we're built and we're good to win a Super Bowl this year, but I still want us to address it this offseason. Right now, we have who we have. You know what I mean?
For sure. No. I'm knowing like right now ain't much we can do. You feel me? But it's just the principle. Like give him some help, like some real help.
Yeah. Well,
you feel me?
And so I have a gut feeling that we're about to be making.
I just hope like Josh can stay the fuck away from these pass rushers, bro, because like that. And when I watch the Texans game, I'm just like, ain't no way.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to watch sometimes, bro.
Yeah. Really and so those boys can definitely play some football, though. So the Houston Texans is an entire different animal. What's your final score prediction for Saturday?
I like us 25-10. I ain't gonna lie.
25-10, baby. Yeah, 25-10 with a bunch of bum wide receivers. Look at that.
Because Bo is mid, bro. Like, I don't fuck with Bo niggas, bro. I don't. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, dude.
I don't fuck with him, bro.
Dude, we're about to see that live on television on Saturday. Reed, I appreciate you calling in, brother. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah, bro. I love the show, bro. Hell yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, dude, you know what? Like how I look at this Broncos matchup is like they have an incredible secondary, but it's typically PS2. And while we're lacking on the outside for wide receiver talent, the two things that they struggle with, coincidentally, just so happens to be the two parts of our offense that are entirely healthy. Slot receivers and tight ends. They struggle tremendously in that field, right? So it's got to be a Shakir game. It's got to be a Jackson Hawes game. It's got to be a Kincaid game. It's got to be a Dawson Knox game. Has to be a lot of quick, dialed-up passes. I'm saying I want Josh Allen breaking records for time to throw this year. That's what I need, baby. That's what I need, my friend. Dialed up and protect Josh Allen and get out of there with a win. Victor's in the building. Victor, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good about this matchup. I think even for how like injured we are, I think we're gonna win this game like comfortably. I see so many people picking the Broncos, and it's like I don't know. I'm waiting for us to win on Sunday, so we can like shut everybody up. But I think James Cook will go for like 120 rushing yards in this game.
Fair.
I think he'll have a good day. And I do think that we'll probably pick off Bo Nix twice, just like we did last week, and we'll probably have one pick six at least. Yeah. I think. For my final score prediction, I say 31-21 Bills, and then for who I want in the AFC Championship, I want the Texans.
You want the Texans? Why?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. The Patriots, I know they played terrible, but I feel like they will play better now since they're farther in. And I feel like they'll just get better as the playoffs go on. So I would rather have the Texans because I feel like we can beat them the second time.
Yeah. Dude, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, let me tell you what, Victor, I appreciate the call in and I appreciate your support, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Shout out to Victor. A key stat, something that I think is going to play a pretty big key to this game as far as this Denver Broncos unit and Bo Nix specifically. And I'm so frustrated that Twitter is down right now. However, Bo Nix, where it stands, throws to the short middle of the field that's in between the numbers, okay? More than anybody in the NFL. But he's also top 5 in the NFL for batted passes at the line of scrimmage. 13 of his passes this year have been batted at the line of scrimmage. So you know what I'm saying? Keep your hands up, Deion Walker. You keep your hands up, Daquan Jones. You keep your hands up, Joey Bosa. You keep your hands up, Gregory Rousseau. Tip that shit at the line. How often did that happen for us last week against Jacksonville, but it just didn't fall into our breadbasket? He loves to throw in the short middle of the field, and he has 13 batted passes. Hot take, and the Buffalo Bills end up taking away the football from the Denver Broncos offense twice, and it's going to be because of that exact thing. That exact thing. Keep your hands up at the line. Bo Nix is only 6'1", I want to say, right? Bat that ball, light it up in the air, take the football away. Confuse him if necessary. Finn's in the building. Finn, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Finn, I think you're muted, my friend. What's up? Finn. All right, Finn, let me tell you what, my friend. I am going to boot you, and then I will bring you back in. Just make sure you're unmuted next time I call you in. Charles the Hammer. What's going on, Charles? How's life?
Hey, Dad, how's it going?
Good, man. Living the dream. What's up?
Hey, I got 2 points to bring up. One, all week long, the Broncos have been talking about whether Josh Allen can handle the altitude. Josh Allen played in Laramie, and that stadium had the highest altitude in the country, 2,000 feet higher than Denver Stadium.
Yep.
Second thing I want to bring up, if you're an Avengers fan, in the Avenger movie, Captain America was trying to make Bruce Banner angry, and Bruce Banner said, "The secret, Cap, is I'm always angry."
I love to hear that.
People always say we want Josh Allen to turn into Superman. The secret is Josh Allen is always Superman. That's the secret. He's always Superman.
I like that, dude. I like that. Now, Charles the Hammer, what's your final score prediction, brother?
31-21, but who I want to face in the championship? I want the Patriots to beat the Texans, but the Texans defense are going to beat the holy crap out of Drake May. He's going to come into the championship limping if he makes it to the championship at all. I want the Patriots to win, but they're going to be so beat
up. That's going to be tough. Charles, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you so much for that. That's funny, especially coming from a guy that's also a massive Marvel fan myself. I'm counting down the days for Avengers Doomsday. Not going to lie to you here. But, dude, I love to hear that. I love to hear that the secret is he's always Superman. He doesn't turn into Superman, ladies and gentlemen. He is always Superman on this team. Love to hear it, man. Spidey Munn is in the building. Spidey Munn, what is going on, my friend?
Not much, just working. What's up, Dan?
Hey, man, hanging out.
Yeah.
Hanging out, man. How's the chat town this time of the year?
It's pretty cold right now. I mean, it's been 70 the last couple. No, not too much. Hey, we would have if the last week wasn't 70 degrees. It's been a little higher than usual, but
got it.
I'll take the cold any day over the heat.
Yeah, what's on your mind about this game?
So I was curious with Johnson being out, are we just running with 2 running backs? Because not that Cook can't get it done, but
yeah,
with it being a higher elevation or the altitude and stuff, he could run out of breath a lot easier than if it was your average stadium. So I didn't know if we were elevating anyone from the practice squad. If not that Davis and Johnson took many snaps anyways as running backs, but Davis almost went out last game with when he took that hit on the return, and that would have really put a lot of workload on Cook there. And then also, do you think we'll be able to get the pass game going at all? Not that may be our main focus, but say they were to be able to stop the run, do you think we'll be able to be successful in the pass game?
Yeah, that's a great question, Spuddy. I appreciate you calling in, brother. I appreciate all of your continued support, rocking each and every single show. He's the man. He really, really is. I really wish that Twitter wasn't down right now. It's frustrating because I have been scouring it like a hawk to see if there was any updates about news that, Curtis and also Ed Oliver potentially could have been sort of elevated from the practice squad. I think that would have been ideal, but I'm sitting in the dark right now. With Ty Johnson, I thought that based off of the last time that I saw, Ty Johnson was going to be a game time decision, or he was listed as questionable. I could be wrong, but once Twitter comes back, I will double check. If Ty can't go again, I think we're probably going to run with Frank Gore Jr. He's probably going to be elevated from the practice squad once again. With James Cook, and hopefully Ray Davis should be okay within that situation. I think that these guys are professional athletes. I think they will be okay. It's not like every single team that travels into Denver is for the century, right? And so good teams find a way. As far as passing attack is concerned, if they do shut down the run game, which I don't particularly think that they will, one thing this Broncos team does very well in stopping the run is that they don't allow explosive plays. So if you think that James Cook is going to be like busting off 20-plus yard runs at any given moment, I can tell you it's probably not going to happen. But on particular run types like man duo or like leveraging just like an offensive lineman actually being responsible for a specific person, which is like your man gap situation, I think Buffalo should be fine at creating anywhere between 4 to 5 yards per carry. I'm fine. If that's what Buffalo is going to do, that's what Buffalo is going to do. I don't need explosive runs. I need us to dominate time of possession, and I need us to stick to our game. As far as passing game, I think that you're going to see a lot of Khalil Shakir, and I think that you're going to see a lot of the tight ends in the short middle of the field in between the numbers, because Dre Greenlaw and Alex Singleton are the weakest links on that team when it comes into coverage. So, yes, I do. Short, quick passes, and then also have this in your back pocket. The Denver Broncos secondary leads the league in defensive pass interferences. So always have that in your back pocket. If you want to have Keon Coleman run a go route, all right, and pull the Patrick Mahomes, slightly underthrow him just to draw the DPI, which Keon's very good at doing so himself, then that's a strategy I would recommend that Buffalo should take advantage of. But I think our passing game is going to be fine. With Josh, just can't be taking any useless sacks. That's kind of where my thought process is. Nick is in the building. Nick, what's going on?
How you doing, Dan?
Hey, man, living the dream. What's up with you?
Oh, nothing. Been a big fan for a while. Been following you for a long time. Love what you guys are doing. Round table.
Thank you.
Killing it.
Thank you, brother.
So My big thing for this game is I don't have any concerns about our offense. I think our offense is going to be fine. I think it might have been Victor or Reed before that said they think Cook's going to go for like 100, 120. I think they're probably right. I also think we're probably going to get 1 to 2 turnovers, like you said. I'm thinking we win this game decently. I'm thinking like 31-17 is where I have it. My one thing, just real quick, it's a little off topic, but it concerns Josh. I don't know about you, but I hate this narrative that Josh Allen has to do this year. It's all on him, and if he doesn't do it, if they don't win it, it's on Josh. It's his fault, and it's a failure. Josh Allen is single-handedly, I looked it up this morning, over the last 6 seasons, the best playoff quarterback in NFL history over a 6-year span. Nobody's better.
True.
So the idea that if they don't do it this year, it's his fault is insane to me. And it just frustrates that living crap out of me. And I was wondering if I get your thought on it.
For sure. Nick, first off, I appreciate the call, man, and I appreciate the support. This, so there is a brain virus going around the NFL community. It is something I have been dead set on trying to disprove. I have been trying to provide the antidote, but I have yet to find the right molecular compound to cure it. Wins are not a quarterback stats. On the face of the planet, nothing frustrates me more than when I see highlights or like when I see graphics that come up saying, oh, so-and-so quarterback is 5-0 versus this quarterback. The game of football is so complicated. It is so detailed that somebody has the audacity to come in and say that a quarterback is the only reason a team wins. Sure, I acknowledge fourth quarter comebacks are a statistic. I think that game-winning drives are a statistic. But you cannot for the life of me ever say that a quarterback has a record between wins and losses. Where Josh Allen has been, I think that he does the most of what he can control. I don't care what a quarterback does as far as, oh, wow, he willed his team to a win. What I care about is what a quarterback does that he can control. And that's how I think that we need to look at quarterbacks. That's how I think that we need to sort of evaluate quarterback talent, is exactly what they do with what they can control. So it's just something that like big talking heads on the media like to run with because it gets clicks, right? Most people really aren't like exceptionally knowledgeable about the game, so they eat it up and they love it. And like people, for the most part, are quarterback fans rather than their team fans, so it gets views. But no, I would agree with you. If Josh goes out there and throws for 300, 4 touchdowns, and he gets stuck in a shootout with Drake May or like Matthew Stafford, and say our defense ends up losing 2 of our guys out in the secondary and they give up, like 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I hate that narrative, and I am on a mission to cure society from believing that indeed is a quarterback stat, because it is not. Nick, I appreciate the call, man. And remember, folks, if you leave this show, I want you to remember, wins are not a quarterback stat. Dirty Dan's in the building. Dirty Dan. What up?
How you doing, Dan?
Hey,
How
man,
you doing?
Dream. How you doing? You working today?
Yep.
Nice.
I'm at work. I thought I'd take a second just to get my thought outs to you and see what so the first thing is I think I'm on the opposite end. Everyone thinks that Josh Allen and the offense is gonna have a great game and that's how we're gonna win. I think we have I think it's gonna be a heavy defensive game, and I think Cole Bishop gets a pick 6 to win us the game.
A pick 6 to win us the game.
Yes.
So you're predicting another heart attack, high blood pressure type of performance?
Yes. I think I'm going 21-17. 21-17.
I can't handle it anymore, Dirty.
And then one more point before I get out. For the Texans, I'm more confident in beating them this time around because I know that last time Brown and Dawkins were both hurt. So I'm more confident. I think our O-line holds up more this game this time around.
Love to hear it. Dirty Dan, I appreciate the call, man. Longtime supporter, longtime caller. I've missed him. Haven't seen him in here in a while, but here indeed he is. As you can see, guys, I'm sitting here looking if there was any other updates. It's Trey White's birthday, by the way. It's Trey White's birthday. You know, arguably one of the best DBs in the league based off of how he's been playing. How about my boy Pedro's in the building? He's on the road right now, ladies and gents. Pedro, what's up?
My man Dan, how's everything, bro?
Hey, man, living the dream. I'm assuming you're en route.
Yeah, you know, that's how we do us truckers. Real quick. First of all, I think the score is going to be 34-20.
Fair.
And I think Josh Allen, first playoff Josh Allen has not disappointed us yet.
No, he hasn't.
Regardless of who we have, who's starting and who's not starting, I think Josh Allen's mindset right now is we don't understand it. You know what I mean? And I think he's going to prove that. I think he's going to prove to everyone that he's just at another level.
I agree.
And I like that saying, which that guy said, Josh Allen, he's always Superman, which is true.
He always is.
I do think that our secondary is playing lights out.
Mm-hmm.
I am a little iffy about our run stop defense because if, you know, I was thinking about the Jaguars. If the Jaguars kept running the ball, it could have been a different game. I don't know why they moved from that, but you know what I mean? So if everyone shows up, because we all know Josh Allen is gonna show up.
He is.
You know what I mean? So and I think who would I rather face? You know what? Regardless, if we don't face the best, people are gonna talk.
Yes,
people
I
are
agree.
gonna talk. Oh no, he didn't face the Texans. No Mahomes, no Burrows, no Lamar. Well, guess what? They weren't good enough.
I know.
They weren't good enough to make it. So I don't want to even hear that. You know what I mean?
Me too.
So whoever's the best team, let's face the best team. Because I'm tired of everyone talking and talking and talking. So real quick, my man, I need you to send a shout out to my boy West Don't Stress.
West Don't Stress.
He watches, but he can never get on, but he's a big fan. Send a shout out to my boy West Don't Stress. And thanks for taking this call, man. Appreciate it.
I got you, Pedro. I appreciate that, man. Safe travels on the road. West Don't Stress, man. Shout out to my guy. Go Bills. All right, your buddy Pedro, man. You know, he asked me to shout you out. Here we are. Go Bills, man. Go Bills, indeed. He brought up something interesting and something I kind of want to bring up, or something I kind of want to save, because I did actually have a Broncos YouTuber on my show yesterday. That video is getting released a couple of hours from now. But just to tease, one of the topics that we discussed was the Denver Broncos run game. And he said, Sean Payton, in his press conference, I believe it was yesterday, said that he has on his play sheet circled run the ball. But he doesn't believe that he's going to run the ball. He says that he's been wanting that to be a part of their offense ever since J.K. Dobbins went down with his injury. But Sean Payton just doesn't do it because he believes that he doesn't trust R.J. Harvey. From what I understand, based off of what I have been hearing from my buddy who's a Broncos YouTuber, it's Major. I'm excited for you guys to see this. R.J. Harvey's the type of guy that's going to get like 2 yards per carry, 1 yard per carry, 2 yards per carry, 3 yards per carry, 1 yards per carry, and then maybe bust one off of a missed tackle for 20. So from what I'm hearing from Broncos fans, sounds like Sean Payton doesn't particularly trust him too often. Will they run the football? I don't know. I would, but time will tell. And what does Buffalo have as far as adjustments are concerned? That's a different question. Pedro, appreciate the call once again. LaSalle is in the building. Jets fan. What's up, LaSalle?
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Loud and clear. How you doing?
Doing good. Just getting ready for work and stuff. And I saw that you were doing a calling show. I just wanted to drop by. I think you guys could probably win, but I've seen seen this type of stuff before. Like you don't want to think ahead of your opponents in this situation because they are still a really good team. They are still a really good
For sure.
but they are very very young, and
Mm-hmm.
they might not know how to really win in the playoffs quite yet. So you
I
have a
agree.
chance there. So and I honestly I hope that the Texans win because I do not because I'm tired of hearing from Patriot fans. I really am tired of it. Okay, so
Tired.
I'm kind of tired of it because I honestly feel like they're spoiled rotten. Honestly, I probably feel like they're spoiled rotten for what
I
they
got
have.
you. I got
So
you. LaSalle, I appreciate the call, but let me tell you what, LaSalle. I feel like if you really want to put Patriots fans and quiet them for a considerable amount of time, you should be rooting for them. And you should be rooting for the Buffalo Bills. Because the Buffalo Bills kicking them out of the AFC Championship, I feel like we won't hear from them until the draft. If they lose to Houston, I feel like they'll probably still be pretty loud. All right. Like we're in the business of completely ripping their hearts out. Okay. And it's got to be Buffalo handing it to them. That's how I look at the entire thing. But shout out to my guy. Michael White's in the building. What's up, Michael White?
Hey, Dan. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, man. Living the dream. How about yourself?
Hey, just FedExing it, man.
FedExing it, man. On the road. I appreciate you. I appreciate you tapping in. What's on your mind?
Hey, I'm really worried about Denver running the ball. They have got some speedsters.
Mm-hmm.
Our defensive line needs to step up and tackle. I'm not worried about our secondary. I haven't been a Coleman fan for a while, but I'm really hyped on him deep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That I just see him getting 4 or 5 catches deep off of a play action.
Yeah.
I predict Buffalo winning it 27-17.
Love that.
And honestly, I want the Pats in the AFC Championship. I do not want to go against that vicious Texas defense.
No, me neither.
Texas defense, they're dangerous.
I agree.
And Drake May is just a disaster waiting to happen. My last thing to add is I am sick of all these other team fans saying the only reason Buffalo has made it into the playoffs or made it this far is because Burrows, Mahomes, and Jackson aren't there. We need to quiet them, shut them up, win the Super Bowl, and next year show them once again why Buffalo is the top team in the AFC.
I agree. Michael White, I appreciate that, my friend. Calling in from work, calling in on the road. A nice little hype speech to the fan base, and I can appreciate that. Yeah, that's probably one of my other most frustrating narratives is no Jackson, no Burrow, no Mahomes. First off, stop with this Lamar Jackson stuff. So Lamar Jackson had 2 opportunities to take down the Buffalo Bills in playoffs. He's 0-2, and he pisses down his leg. He had multiple turnovers both games. Okay, so stop even putting Lamar Jackson in that conversation. Joe Burrow hasn't been in the playoffs for 3 years. For 3 years. Stop putting him in the conversation. It was 1 game, and he hasn't been back in 3. All right, he's not on the same level as this Buffalo Bills team and our quarterback. There's absolutely zero reason why he's a part of these conversations. I get it with Mahomes because, he plays great ball, but it's typically him and Josh Allen going shot for shot in all of these games in the past. So the most frustrating part about all this is stop putting Lamar Jackson in this conversation. Oh, there's no Jackson in the playoffs. Even if there was, he'd be 0-3. We'd send him home once again. He just doesn't perform well in the playoffs. It is a statistical fact. All right. If anybody argues against it, it's just clearly out of passion within loving him as an athlete or loving the Baltimore Ravens. I'm getting sick of having him in that conversation. Same thing with Burrow. Now that Mahomes isn't here, and even if he was, all right, we need this Buffalo Bills team to rise to the occasion. I also am sick of the narrative myself, Michael White. I am, but unfortunately, I think that we all just need to accept the fact that even if Buffalo does make it all the way, the doubters will be wrong. I've noticed this about NFL franchises, right? When it comes into chirping from opposing fan bases, you're not truly a dynasty until they start to say you're cheating. That X organization is cheating their way. That's why they're having so much success. Soon as when the Buffalo Bills finally start to get from the chirpers, oh, they're cheating, that's when you know. That's when you damn know that the team is truly a dynasty. Buffalo Esquire is in the building. What's going on?
How's it going, Dan? Long time listener.
Yeah, dude. I appreciate you calling in. What's on your mind?
Terrell Bernard needs to sit. If Terrell Bernard plays, our defense goes down the toilet. So I think Shaq Thompson needs to step up. I also think that Matt Milano is a lot better when he's in charge of the defense than Terrell Bernard.
I agree. I definitely agree. So with Terrell Bernard, man, he is just a liability when it comes into tackling this year. He is awful against the run. Like once Shaq Thompson was plugged and played, we're not world beaters, but we have significantly improved, and we're at least slightly below average opposed to being toward the bottom of the league. With Bernard is a liability, but I don't think that McDermott is going to have the stones and to sit Shaq Thompson after everything he's done for us so far this year.
Yeah, the worst part's he's a captain, so how are you supposed to sit your captain? So
Yeah. I would just start prepping for the PR nightmare and just ride with Shaq for the rest of the playoffs. Like no one's going to be upset, especially if Buffalo ends up winning this one, you know?
I agree 100%. And I'm here in New England. I'm an attorney here in Massachusetts, and man,
wonderful.
They do not shut up. So really rooting for the Bills, and I'm really rooting for those Texans.
Yeah. Hey, man, worst case scenario, say that we really want to hush all the doubters. We're going to have to take down the best defense in the NFL. Buffalo Esquire, I appreciate you tapping in with us today. An attorney, that's awesome. Fun facts. Fun fact, once upon a time, I went to law school. All right. My school lost its accreditation when I was 10 credits away from graduating. So I had to either transfer and become a 2L all over again, add even more student debt. Or I could have just told the U.S. government that I can get all of my loans forgiven and I could find a new career. Look at that. Life's kind of funny. Life is kind of funny, isn't it? I could have been a lawyer in another life, but here I am yelling at a computer screen for a living. I absolutely love it, dude. Cold from Buffalo is in the building. Cold from Buffalo. What up, huh?
Dan, how are you, my brother?
Doing well, man. Me and Cole from Buffalo have a show together every single Wednesday previewing the game. You know who it is. How you doing, bro? What's on your mind?
I just can't wait for tomorrow when Keon Coleman absolutely explodes like we were talking about Wednesday. But anyway, I was a little late today, and forgive me if I'm being redundant, but can you please highlight the stupidity from these Denver Broncos fans that are showing the best quarterback in the world's wife online with Denver Broncos jerseys and jackets on, saying, I never knew Haley Steinfeld was a Broncos fan. Look, you're literally pissing this guy off before the first kickoff. Josh Allen, I think we give him the QB design run, first play, let him jam it down their throat for 5-6 yards and get him in the fields and let him take over that game. I can't believe they're doing this to the man's wife. I'll talk to you later, bro. Have a great weekend. Go Bills, baby. I'm super pumped. Let's roll.
Thank you so much. Shout out Cole from Buffalo. Yeah, so I did make a short video about this last night, and it's wild to me. And that a dude who is that electric in the playoffs, that an opposing fan base would think that it's a good idea to piss him off going into this game. That's not a good idea, folks. I've heard rumors. I can't say that it's confirmed, but I heard that Jaguars fans were DMing him pictures of a scene from Sinners and that movie that he was getting a lot of crap for earlier this season. So it's just beyond me. Why you would want to give him even more bulletin board material going into this, especially since he's been hearing from all these media heads and stuff that this Buffalo Bills team is just not good enough to do it. I mean, he has all the motivation in the world already. You really think this was a good idea? Fans will be fans, I suppose. Jonah is in the building. Jonah, what's going on,
Dan? Man? Not here for a long time, here for a good time. First time caller, long time listener.
Nice.
Bro, the confidence that I have going into this game is through the roof. I mean, we took care of business last year. Obviously, their kind of roster similar, but we're on a mission this year, as you know. Yeah, I think our run game is gonna be a big part of it, and I think it's gonna be a Mitchy Biscuits game towards the fourth quarter, and we'll get an extra rest time for our boy 17. But that's it, Dan. Appreciate the content. Keep it coming, because as it gets closer, I start to get a little bit more nervous. I hear your positive vibes. It calms me down a little bit.
Thank you, sir.
And then we sign up for it again next week. So appreciate it, brother. I'll be seeing you.
Thank you, sir. Jonah, I appreciate the call, man. I really, really do. So I walk a dangerous line, like when I preview these games, right? Because yes, I'm confident in most matchups, because how the schedule was constructed this year, I think Buffalo has all of the right personnel in all of the right places that sort of act as an antidote to some of the perceived weaknesses that the Buffalo Bills are going to see that upcoming week. And a lot of fan bases make the mistake, especially when I'm previewing these games, that they think that I'm saying their team is awful. They think that I'm saying, oh, this team has no business in being out on the field with the Buffalo Bills. That's hardly ever the case. How I structure my content is that I want to look at these games from a matchup specific type scope. I like to at least simulate what I believe a coach is game planning for that specific opponent. That's why I bring up, right? I think Buffalo should run a lot of man duo and man run concepts. I think Buffalo should target slot receivers and tight ends because that's where their weaknesses are. And a lot of opposing fan bases think that that means I'm trashing their team. No, not at all. My content is I want to build a game plan for how Buffalo should attack an opponent. It's very clear that Denver is a good football team. However, where they are weak, Buffalo coincidentally just so happens to be strong. And I like the Buffalo Bills. That's my thought process. Dylan's in the building. Dylan, what's going on?
Hey, can you hear me good?
Yeah, man, loud and clear. How you feeling this morning?
Hey, I'm feeling pretty good, my man. I appreciate everything you're doing for us. And
thank you.
Providing this opportunity to call in. I've been a long-time listener, and I just want to say I think at the first part of the week I thought we were gonna really smoke them, kind of like how we did last year. I've thought about it a little more. I think we're gonna get a typical freaking heart racing game again. I think we win by 1 point. 24-23 is my score prediction.
Oh God.
Yes, sir. I think key players are gonna. It's gonna be on offense. I think Cook is gonna have a really big bounce back game. Obviously, I think Shakir is gonna excel in man coverage. It doesn't matter who they put on him. He 100% catch rate last week. Got my attention. So. It's going to be quite the game.
It's going to be a good one, man. And who do you got in the Patriots-Texans game as well?
I have the Patriots, and then on the in the NFC side, I have 49ers beating Seahawks, and I have Bears beating Rams.
Bears beating the Rams. I like it.
Yeah, man. Caleb Williams making some big-time throws, and I think it's going to come. I honestly think they make the championship. I think it's Bills-Bears championship. I think those are the two best QBs right now left in the whole shebang, Josh Allen and C-Dub. So we will see.
Have a Josh Allen and a Caleb Williams Super Bowl is his prediction. Dude, you know what, man? It's and so there is an old saying of pride comes before the fall, right? And I'm not sure if I should be nervous about how confident I feel going into this game, right? And because it's easy, right? Like you could sit here and preview a game all day long. However, one thing that previews typically never include, but it's a harsh reality of the game of football that we enjoy to watch so much, injuries, in-game injuries. How many games, and not even from the Buffalo Bills perspective, but all across the league, where a team by the second quarter loses their CB1, and you're rolling out a CB4 to take out his place, and he starts getting gashed. And this team's ended up to go on ahead and put up, 3 scores back to back to back, stealing all the momentum from you in the first place. Let's hope Buffalo Bills stay healthy. Let's hope the Buffalo Bills stay healthy throughout the entire damn thing. John's in the building. John, what up,
How you doing, Dan? I'm kind of new to your program here.
What's going on, pal? You from Boston?
Yeah, I'm actually from
Rhode
Island.
Accent. Yeah, I can tell from the accent. I love it. What's up?
Going into this Bills game, I think for Buffalo to win it is they're going to need to spread out the ball left and right, not just stick with the run, ground and pound. Just to break apart the Denver defense. I think at the end of the game, it's going to be a 27-20 finish. And as far as the Houston Texans and New England Patriots game, it's going to be a fight to the finish. I think it's going to finish out between like maybe 31-28 or something like that. And as far as the NFC goes, I think that the Bears are going to take that out between them and the Seahawks and or them and the Rams, whoever they're playing. And Seahawks will beat the San Francisco 49ers due to injury problems.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there too. Are you a Pats fan or a Bills fan?
Pats fan. My nephew's a Bills fan.
Got it, man. Well, as far as your Patriots,
what makes a conundrum out of this game for me to watch it this weekend is not only my nephew is a Bills fan, my foster mother is a Denver fan. So it's going to be like war in the house.
Yeah, dude. Some of the wow, man. A familiar war is going to be going on. As far as your Patriots, man, how I look at the Houston Texans is, yes, their defense can create opportunities, and their defense oftentimes scores more than their offense because with their offense is just historically awful. And so the New England Patriots are more of a well-rounded team in my eyes. And so I
think the key play factor in this game is going to be weather.
Yeah.
It's going to be cold. It's going to be a possibility of rain snow mix this weekend. And I don't think that Houston's, as much as their defense is scary good, but I don't think that they're going to adjust well to the cold.
Yeah. And so with CJ Stroud, he coughed the football up 5 times last week. I know that your defense is capable of doing the same thing, and your defense is capable of putting up points on the board as well. So
yeah, not to mention that Milton Williams caused 3 sacks last week on Justin Herbert.
Yeah. And so the Houston Texans offensive line is not much better than LA's either. So something to consider. John, I appreciate the call, man. Best of luck to your Patriots, of course, until next week, when the NFL gets truly what they want, the Bills and the AFC. Marcelo's in the building. Marcelo Luna, what's going on, man?
Hey, Dan, can you hear me?
Yeah, man, loud and clear. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm just waking up the bed, but
Nice.
I'm just hearing out you're alive. Well, first of all, I'm a little nervous about this game. I mean, right now we just win. The Buffalo Bills have win for the Jaguars, but hopefully that tomorrow, hopefully this game is very good. The offense need to show up. The defense need to show up a lot more, and hopefully we can get this win to the Broncos. My score is gonna be 27-17 also. I think tomorrow's gonna be a great game. And yeah, for the who I want to win between Patriots and Texans. I want the Texans, but I prefer that Buffalo plays versus Patriots, so we can play this rivalry. And yeah, hopefully that tomorrow is a good day for Buffalo Bills fans. Hopefully that they can win it all. And go Bills.
Dude, I love to hear it. Where are you from, Marcelo?
I'm from Monterrey, Mexico.
Perfect.
I live here. I have been Buffalo fans like 5 years ago, and during this year, I have been watching all your lives. Great content, man. Keep going like that. And
Thank you, sir.
hopefully we can go play the final FEC. But step by step, we need to win first this game versus Denver, and hopefully we can go to the AFC Championship. And if they can do it, the impossible, going to Super Bowl in Santa Clara, that will be a great dream.
Make it happen, Marcelo. I appreciate that, man. It's crazy how far Bills Mafia extends, man. All right. It's not just nationwide, globally. It is globally, my friend. Awesome situation. Brian T's in the building. Brian, what's going on?
This game is, I don't think it's going to be close. I think the Bills are going to demolish the Broncos.
Shit. Why is that? What do you think?
They're not really good, dude. If you watch them, they say their defense is like elite, I don't like Singleton. I don't like Riley Moss. I don't like Sternad. And the receivers, they don't have a running game.
Nope.
Bo Nix throws a ton of batted. I just don't see what's so good about them.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah. So they kind of remind me of what the Kansas City Chiefs did last year, where they played an absurd amount of one-score games, and they played a lot of very tight games, so against competition in which that they probably shouldn't have. And the same, of course, could be said about the Buffalo Bills. I think we've had a couple of those experiences this year. But as long as Buffalo does the game plan in which that I think they're going into the game with, they dominate time of possession, I'd probably tend to agree with you. I think that this Buffalo Bills offense is not even going to give them offensive opportunities in the first place. So I'm probably on the same page as you. What about Texans Patriots? What's your call on that one?
I think maybe the Texans, just because their defense is so good.
Fucking. It's going to be a game, dude. It's going to be a game. Brian, I appreciate you tapping in with us, man. Go Bills, and hopefully we're celebrating on the call-in show on Monday as we prep for the AFC Championship. I'm crossing my damn fingers. Brian, you're the man. Guys, again, so many new callers, man. I'm so happy you guys were able to make this happen. I need all y'all to call in all season long and all off season too. I miss you guys, all right? Come on in. You know, you popped your cherry. Roll on in from now on to the call-in shows. I love hearing it. Jack's in the building. Jack, what's up?
Hey, Dan, my man.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Pretty good. I watch your show literally every day.
Thank you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. For my take on the Bills, I feel like I don't like the matchup. I'm scared shitless when it comes to playoffs. Confident going in.
Fair.
Anyway, my score prediction, 38-24.
Damn, high scoring, huh?
Bills, all day.
High scoring, you think? So does that mean you see like Josh Allen just slicing and dicing that secondary downfield?
Yes.
Like, give me some details, brother.
And James Cook, even though Denver's got the second best defense in the league. I don't care. You losing train of thought.
Yeah.
You saw him versus Jacksonville. He got like about 75 yards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he's against the number one rushing defense in the league. Might be that.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, for the Houston Patriots game, I hate this because I hate speaking for the Patriots. I've hated the Patriots my whole life, even when what's about 21 years.
Yeah.
I want the Patriots to win. I want them.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared of the Houston's defense.
Yeah, dude. Me too. And by the way, Jack, we appreciate you tapping in, bro. Call in more often, man. Every single one of you. Call in more often. I love these shows. I really, really do. It's going to be a good one, man. I don't think Buffalo is going to crack over 30. My final score predictions more along the lines of 28-17, partially because I think that the game plan for Denver is going to be controlling time of possession. My hot take of the game was that once the game was over, Buffalo would have 40 plus minutes of time of possession. Because while Denver does ultimately end up having some things that you can attack within their defense, they don't give up a lot of explosive plays. So I think Buffalo is going to be your traditional Joe Brady type offense, short passes, hand it off to James Cook, 4 yards per carry per clip. And I think that's going to be enough for them. They run a lot of man coverage, the least amount of zone in the NFL. When you come across defenses that run a lot of man coverage, that opens up opportunities for mobile quarterbacks. So I think this is going to be a death by 1,000 paper cuts type offensive game plan. I think that chews up a lot of clock. That's why I think Buffalo is going to be right around the 24-28 type point side of things. the key remains, and the key will remain to be to take care of the football. Don't turn it over. This Denver defense is good, but they don't take the football away. Just play clean, complimentary football. No boneheaded mistakes. It's going to be a death by 1,000 paper cuts type matchup if you were to ask me. Let's see, man. Last caller of the show, man. Elliot is in the building. Elliot, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Yeah, can you hear me, Dan?
Loud and clear, man. How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling super.
Good.
Calling in from the 6, Toronto, if you don't know.
Good.
And
good, man. I love it.
And I'm a lawyer out here as well. And
nice.
And I've been a silent listener for a long time, so I thought I'd call in for the first time right now.
Nice. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. But I'm just here to let everybody know. Pierre from Buffalo Fanatics said it best. Remember who we have.
Yes.
We have the best quarterback in the NFL right now. And it's no two ways about it. And the one the one person that really moves the needle in terms of winning and losing in this sport, it is the quarterback. And if you have the best quarterback and if he plays his game, chances are you're going to win. So seeing that he didn't have a brace on that affected knee this week was music to my ears. Yes, indeed. It was music to my ears. And seeing that he's played in colder, he's played in higher elevations before. This is something that he's been born to do. And I want everybody to know out there that if you have Josh Allen on your side, your chance of winning are that much increased. So, guys, buckle up. It's going to be a rough ride out there. It's gonna be for a few of highs and lows, but I feel better about this game than I did against last week.
Me too, my friend. Me too. Final score prediction right before we get you out of here.
Final score prediction 31-24. I'll even go 31-20. I don't see them scoring more than 20 points in here.
31-20.
James Cook is gonna run riot. He didn't see him last week, but you will see him this week. He will be seen. He will make an effect. And I feel good about this team going to AFC Championship. A lot of people are nervous, but listen, you had every right to be nervous last week. You don't this week.
Very true. Elliot, I appreciate the call, and I appreciate the hype speech for the Bills Mafia in the chat. And funny enough, guys, actually Yards Per Pass on Twitter just put up this pretty intriguing tidbit. We all know that New England has the easiest schedule in the league this year, but do you know who has the second easiest schedule in the NFL this year? The Denver Broncos. Fun fact. I will leave you with that. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you tapping in with me today on the Friday call-in show. It's tomorrow, man, 3:30. Well, my time, 4:30 your time if you're on the East Coast. The Buffalo Bills are kicking off and going into the divisional round and going up against a very well-rested team in Denver. I like the Bills. I think that we have the better quarterback. I think that we do a lot of things well that Denver struggles with. I think Denver is largely unproven, and I think that all we can do is just go out there and prove it. That's all it is. Fun fact, if you are planning on watching the game tomorrow and you don't want to listen to the announcers that CBS or Fox Sports has selected, come on over to my live stream. And so I do a play-by-play each and every single game, filled with energy. I typically beat the hell out of Bob quite a bit on these streams just to let my frustrations out about things that excite me and upset me. So it is must-see television, all right? Highly recommend. Out of everybody watching that isn't subscribed, I highly recommend that you do so. 237 of you on YouTube. I could guarantee probably about 30 of you are not. Just go ahead and subscribe to the show, man. Our goal on this show is to increase all the way to 100,000 subscribers by next year in 2027. So make sure you do that. Tell a friend, perhaps, and we'll see you soon. Go Bills. Love you all.